I'll be there May 6th, and I really like coming to Canada. I haven't been in a long time.
In terms of managing the blood hunter, I've heard you say on other interviews that the blood hunter is perhaps the most dangerous wrestler that you've managed to date, and I'm wondering what your strategy is accompanying such a charge to the ring.
Well, years ago, I'm sure you know this, Jack. The mantle of the most dangerous man in professional wrestling was Dick the Bruiser. Well, my belief is, and I wrestled Dick a couple of times at the tail end of his career, the Blood Hunter has surpassed him, and that mantle is his now. Uh, until you stand beside him, you don't realize how big he is. He's 260 pounds. He's chiseled. He knows karate. He knows judo. He's boxed. He's wrestled. I mean, this guy is the most dangerous man. And besides his athletic background, is that he's a little off. I mean, when you say, what is my strategy? My strategy is I'm going to walk him to the ring and just watch the carnage that he's going to do. I mean, his opponents, I have to give them credit. I don't think even my best days I would have gotten in the ring with him, because you're going to end up, there's a reason why he's called the Blood Hunter. You're going to end up with broken bones, broken ribs, and you're going to bleed. I mean, he is, without a doubt, in my head, and I think it's across Canada and parts of the United States, because he's been barred in some states like Texas and Oklahoma. This guy has a switch. It's like, to me, back in the day when you watch these the Pinky Blinders and you see dog fighting. He's one of those people that, you take the chain off of him, there's no stopping him, and he hurts people really bad. Sometimes when it's all over, I almost feel guilty for him going so far overboard. And the thing about him is, he can go through a table with the guy. The guy is stretched out and he is unscathed. I mean, he's like one of those dogs you could, back in the day, like I said, Pinky Blinders, where they beat the dog and beat the dog after he's ripped the other dog's throat out, and they're trying to pull him off and they can't. This guy is a special person. It's not for the weak of heart, but if you want to see an incredible athlete, because he is. I mean, he gets up like, I don't know, you do better, but I think he gets up at 6 o'clock. He runs 10 miles. He goes to the gym, lifts these enormous weights. Then he goes and does boxing or wrestling or MMA. I mean, there's a switch in him that most people, I'm going to rephrase that when I said most people, very few people have.
Are you familiar with? I'm sure you are. His opponent, former TNA World Heavyweight Champion Cowboy James Storm, because it would seem to me that the Cowboy could most certainly put up an excellent opposition to the Blood Hunter. All that notwithstanding what you just said to be true.
Well, Jack, in my head, if I was going to pick somebody that could get in the ring and give the Blood Hunter a run for his money and maybe defeat him, because he's a great athlete, former world's champion, and I know that accolade is thrown around quite a bit, world's champion, but he is a real world champion. And I think this is going to be the Blood Hunter's biggest match of his career. I know he knows that. I mean, as we're talking, he's probably running up hills with 50 pounds on his back. But the Cowboy, don't underestimate him. I've put the Blood Hunter over, but he better have everything going right for him, the Blood Hunter, because he can't afford to make one mistake. And the thing that I see that could tilt this to the Cowboy is that the Blood Hunter sometimes gets into this fit of rage where he sees red rats, where he just on the attack. Now, Storm is a very, very great technical wrestler. And if the Blood Hunter makes one mistake when he's riled up, sometimes the offense works against you. And I'm not going to put my man down, but if he makes a mistake and he leaves an opening for a technical wrestling hold, it could end his undefeated streak.